Welcome back, Captain Stancom here, and this is the latest installment of the definitive guide to every clone trooper LEGO has ever made. And this is a subset of my Know Your LEGO Clones series here on YouTube. And if you want to see the rest of the series, I'll provide a link in the description below. And as usual, before we get started, I'm just going to ask that you please subscribe to this channel, and of course turn on notifications so that way you know as soon as the next video drops. Made a bunch of videos, still working on a bunch more, and I'd really appreciate your support. And with that being said, let's jump into the video. So today's clone trooper is the 327th Star Corps clone trooper, and this is actually the second iteration of this clone trooper. The first appeared in 2005 and 2006 in the two versions of the clone turbo tank. And while many assume this to be an officer, it actually is just a more accurate version of the 327th Star Corps. And if you want to see a more detailed explanation of this, you can check out my first video of the 327th Star Corps officer, in quotes, and you can see that video and learn more about the differences between these two clone troopers. But this version of the 327th Star Corps clone trooper appeared in one set, being featured in the 2007 7655 Clone Troopers Battle Pack. And interestingly, in 2007, he also came with a watch with the 327th Star Corps clone trooper featured on the front of it. And an interesting note, the blaster that is being held by that 327th Star Corps clone trooper in the watch is very different than the actual blaster that the 327th trooper carries. But this clone trooper is based on Revenge of the Sith, and these troopers appear in one scene in that film in which they are fighting with Aayla upon the planet of Felucia, just before Order 66 occurs. And once Emperor Palpatine announces Order 66, the clone troopers turn on the Jedi General, blasting her down on screen, leading to the tragic death of Aayla. Besides this brief appearance of the 327th in Revenge of the Sith, there aren't many other appearances of the 327th Star Corps clone troopers in their Phase 2 armor. However, they do appear in Battlefront. Taking a closer look at this figure, we'll first look at the helmet. Now, the helmet does not have a unique print, with this yellow printing of the 327th appearing both on this version of the 327th as well as on the original 327th trooper. Furthermore, this helmet mold is used in 9 other clone troopers. Next, removing the helmet, we see that his head is black, which is standard from clone troopers from 2002 till 2008, being featured in 11 clone troopers during that period. And after 2008, there were still 2 more appearances of clone troopers with black heads, one appearing in 2010, and then the last one appearing in 2011. Next, his torso is not unique either, with the only difference being between the 327th trooper that appears in the turbo tank versions being that pauldron that is on his arm. So this print appears in 2 different clone troopers. And attached to the torso, his arms are white and appear in most clone troopers. And just like every other clone trooper LEGO has ever made up until this point, they are unprinted. And his hands are black, which all but 10 of LEGO clone troopers have. And finally, his legs, with the black waistband and the white unprinted legs, appear in 27 different clone troopers. Now, unlike the first 327 Star Corps clone trooper, this version does not have any accessories. However, his weapon is an upgrade from the pistols in the first version. Instead, this clone trooper has a shortened DC-15 blaster. And that blaster appears both in the battle pack as well as in the watch accessory set. And as of summer 2022, this clone trooper costs an average of $7 to $11, depending on whether you purchase him new or used. And there you have it, the second version and the most recent version of the 327th Star Corps clone trooper. And that's where we're going to leave it until the next installment. And that installment will feature the second version of the clone shock trooper. And if you want to see that video, be sure to subscribe to this channel and make sure that you turn on notifications. That way you know as soon as that video drops. As always, I hope you really enjoyed this video. I put a lot of work into this, so a like is really appreciated. And until next time, this is Captain Stancom, signing out.